Welcome to Locks Life and Love, where we talk about silver locks, the simple life, and self love. Thank you to those of you who have subscribed to my YouTube channel. Please know that I appreciate you. If you are new here, please feel free to subscribe to this channel, to like this video, and to comment below. In addition, hit that bell so that when I create a new video, you will know that it is up. I don't know who needs to hear this today, but what can seem like at one season of your life, the height of it, at another season can feel like the floor of it. So you say, what are you talking about, Carla? I don't understand what you're saying. Have you ever been at a point in your life where you felt like you was at the height of your career or the height of your life, or at the height of your love relationship, or whatever that height may be? But when you get to another season of your life, what at one point seemed like the height can really then be the floor. And I want to talk about this today because this is how I feel in my own life. A couple of years ago, I had to move back to my hometown at what I felt was like the height of my life. It was the height of my career, the height of me really practicing self-love, the height of, just living my life on my own terms. And I came back because my parents got sick. And so I felt like, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to make this sacrifice, and somehow it's going to work out. When you're doing something at a time when you feel like you're at the height of it, you really don't know how a thing is going to turn out. You trust the process. You trust that something is going to happen during this process that's going to help me to elevate myself. And when you're going through this process, you really have to trust and believe. One thing that I found in this process is that you really have to find internal peace. Those who understand what I'm talking about know what it means to find that place where you just become content. You're not looking and seeking and searching. You're like, okay, I'm here. Now let me see what is going to happen while I'm here. And the only thing and the only way I know to embrace that was for me to find peace, for me to create an environment in my home, in my thought life, in the relationships that I had that really brought me peace. And it's work. It is work to find peace because I said I was at the height of what I felt was my life. And now here I am having to come to a place that I left some 30 something years ago. And in the meantime, I had come back before and left again. And this time I said, you know what? It's going to be different. I'm going to have to find a place of contentment. And I found that through really what I call the simple life, through a place of just rest, coming to terms with who I am and what it is that I bring to bear. And when I really came to that space, and it took time. Now, I told you this was 2 years ago, but I had to come to the place where I realized if you are going to stay and ride this out, you're going to have to find a place of contentment. You're going to have to go within yourself and find internal peace. You're going to have to become content with the way things are so that what is for you can find its way to you. Many times we run away from that because we feel like, oh my God, I'm at this place in my life and I've accomplished these things and now I'm literally having to start over. It's not an easy thing to do. I started over in my 60s. Who does that? But when you realize that the height of your life, if you've achieved it at one point in your life, it's possible again. Many times fear keeps us from going down that path because fear will tell us, honey, you're too old. You don't have all the qualifications. Nobody knows you here, on and on and on. But what I want to tell you today, and why this part of what I talk about in my videos is the simple life, because I simply had to let go of my own way of thinking and being and just allow what was true about me to come to the forefront. It's something that we all have to do if we are going to get back to that place that we felt that we were when we were at the height. Remember, I said what was the height of my life has now become the floor. It has now become the launching place for me to live out another aspect or another season of my life. And if I was at the height, can you imagine the great start that I had? I had to begin to look at things in a positive way. I had to begin to look at things and know, look, if I was able to achieve this at one point in my life, there is nothing and no one that can stop me from achieving it again. And so I'll say to you, what in one season may feel like a height in your life, may in another season be the floor in your life. But trust and believe that if that is your floor, there is nowhere you can go but up. I am positioned much better in my life now than I've ever been. I told you this is my floor. But in my floor, I can tell you I'm positioned much better than I have ever been in my life. I love myself so much more. My professional career is at its height. At the floor, at what seemed to be the floor. What you can't do in a new season of your life is misjudge it by the last season. I promise you that if you will take this season that you're in and allow the season to bring to you what is true for you, you will see yourself and experience a life that you've never had before. It's what I call the simple life. Because now what seemed difficult at one point was simplified simply by me renewing my mind, changing my thought process, not dwelling on the past, but really learning how to live in the present. Learning how to embrace the moment that I'm in and allowing this current moment, this present moment, to be my reality. I don't know who needs to hear this today, but I hope something was said to help you to realize no matter what was your last season, no matter how much you felt like you had in your last season, it will not be able to compare to your present season. Have an amazing day, and I'll talk to you again. Please like and subscribe. Thank you for watching this video.